Never be needy. If you ever had a heartbreak or a breakup, you know that that emotional pain can almost feel dang near close to physical pain. The emotions could ruin our day. It can make time seem like it's not moving. Seems like the life is just stationary. It seems like you're trapped in this box after a breakup, and that just you can't breathe. You feel like you're suffocating, and there's just no air in the room, right? And this is the reason why we should not be needy after a breakup, or even in a relationship or starting a relationship. Needy is female energy. We don't want none of that. So why do we get needy? The thing is, we become hooked to these women. We become hooked to them, whether it's our first love or first girlfriend, or maybe even you got lucky with a 10, right? Some of us would call them 10s on a scale of 1 to 10. You might have gotten lucky with the number a 10, but then they break up with you. Then they'll tell you they need to talk. And also what happens is you start bending backwards for them. You start going through hoops and loops and stuff for them, and maybe even taking time off of work and whatnot, losing your ambition, your aspirations, unfocused on your goals and your business. And that's not sexy to them. Women don't like that. Even if they're out cheating on you, which I'm not saying just because some females go out to clubs when y'all are dating, but just remember this one key quote, that birds that flock together fly together. Well, I screwed that sentence, but meaning that if you got one married woman inside a group of 5 single friends going out, don't you think that's going to corrupt that married woman? It's going to implant bad thoughts in her head of just like, I want to have more fun, right? And marriage should be fun. Don't get me wrong. Dating should be fun, but there's boundaries to this. Being married isn't like being single out in the streets. So another thing is we feel lost. Again, did things that we never done, how I mentioned, going through hoops and stuff, getting them flowers. If you never had, for me, my ex-wife broke up with me, divorced me, and I never had gotten her flowers, never. And this is the time that actually, first time I've ever gotten her flowers after she broke up with me. And then when she received them, it was almost in disgust. Why, you may ask? You might ask yourself, all the nice guys in here might ask yourself, why would you be disgusted? Didn't you just give her a bouquet of flowers? Wouldn't she be happy? But actually it's vice versa. It's the opposite. She was actually disgusted because she said, man, he finally had to change her heart after I broke up with him. After the fact that I had to tell him I was going to leave. I was going to tell him I didn't love him no more. Now he starts giving me flowers? Ugh, yuck, icky. You see how that happens? You understand that key factor when you're dating or in a relationship. You always are having to win your girl, your wife. Each and every day, she has to fall in love with you. This is why so many men, you see it, you can see the ratio. So many men and females and marriages, families are getting divorced, right? We're becoming, there's more divorce happening in America because of this reason. Men lose their backbone. Men become simps. We become weak. We lost all self-respect for our own dignity. And this is a turnoff for women. This is a total turnoff for them. You need to be calibrated to what you're saying and what you do. So I'm going over here and bending backwards for these women. And what's scary is this. You may ask yourself this question, and I had to ask myself it too because I'm guilty of this. Once you find out that she's going to monkey branch to monkey branch, sleeping around with different men, and then you get phone calls by their wives or their girlfriends, and people telling you, I know sometimes rumors just go around, but sometimes they're just, some of these things that get made up or brought up, it's like, seriously, do better. Do better. But I should have done better. I didn't leave. I myself stayed in a relationship knowing that I got cheated on, had an affair, had infidelity multiple times, and I still stayed there. I still stayed in the relationship. And you might ask yourself, why? Why do men do this? Because I know you probably have some friends that their girlfriend or their wife cheated on them, they broke up, and guess what? They're back together again. And it's like a repeated cycle. They're going to break up again and go find somebody else and then get back together again. And you don't want to live life like that, wasting your precious years with the same person, same toxic person. And I'm not going to say only women, because men and women are both toxic. In a relationship, it's not 50-50. It is a 110 and 110, fully committed on each side, through the thick and through the thin. Things aren't always going to be happy. Things aren't always going to be exciting. But you know that she's the one, or he's the one that you want to live your life with, that you will battle through the thick and through the thin, no matter what comes your way. Hurricanes, tornadoes, fires, bring it on. Debt. We got this, baby. We got this. We can do this together. Just like Jesse and James. Are you with me or aren't you with me? You understand that? That's the type of girl you need. The girl that's going to be right beside your side, robbing banks with you. And I don't advise y'all to rob banks, but that's what type of partner you need. Is a Jane or a Jesse. See, Jesse is hot. He was sexy to Jane. Why? Because he knew exactly what he wanted. He's like, babe, let's get to the bank. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that, and then you're gonna hold the bag of money, and then we're gonna go off and live happy lives. You with me? Yes, baby, let's go. I'm ready. See that joy, that excitement. Even though she knew she was getting in trouble, or maybe they even lost their lives, right? But for her, it was worth it. It was worth it for her, right? Last but not least, leaving, even if she cheats. Like, so there's times that at night, let's say she's gone for hours and hours, she's gonna give you an excuse of why she didn't come home on time. Maybe her friend got in a wreck, or this, that, this. This is a lot of mumble jumble. You just cannot listen to it. And for you to be needy, asking her where she's at, texting her, calling her all the time, asking her where's her location. Y'all share locations while y'all dating and married, but then she ends up canceling the location. Oh, Bobby ended the location. Oh my goodness. What's going on? And that's just an act of you, yes, you listening to here this video, of wanting to control everything. Me, being a control freak. I used to be the biggest control freak ever, and it ruined my relationship with my ex-wife, because I didn't want her to go out and cheat. But me trying to cage her in made her want to cheat. It's weird. It's really, really weird. It's like you cannot think of bad and expect good. Because the reason why is you will start acting weird. You will start causing things to happen in a way of that vision that you didn't want will align to that action, that consequence. It's crazy. It's bizarre, but that's just how the law of attraction, nature works. You ever watch Nature's Metal? That's some crazy stuff, but yes, nature will have its course. But again, you as a man don't need to be needy. The reason why you're needy is because you feel like you can't do better. And I guarantee you, you can. You will. As long as you believe and take the right precautious steps. Go to the gym, get muscles, read some books, find yourself a mentor, find yourself a group of guys to go out with. If you don't have a group of guys, go out solo. Don't just go talk to the girls or the females or the men at your work. Go out and find something better, some strange, right? We used to call it some strange. Go out and find yourself some strange. If you cannot change your environment, change your environment. Meaning, if you cannot physically leave your hometown, pick your bags up and go travel to different places, different environments, different gyms. Because if you keep going the same route every day, going home this way, eating this food, living this life every day over and over and over, it's like a time ticking. It's like you're living in the Matrix. Why? Snap out of it. Wake up. Wake up. We only have one life to live, and like your time clock, if I'm in my 33s, literally half of my life has been lived. If I'm lucky to live enough to like age 75, but these are the years you need to mess up, the 20s. Mess up, save, build, grow. But don't get stuck with one female unless you love her, unless she's beside you, your sidekick. But again, if she's kicking dirt on you, disrespecting you, going around your back, not even helping you out or supporting your family, your child, not being the role model she needs to be or he needs to be. So, if you like this video, if you stayed all the way to the end, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to start giving out some juicy content, and I want to get a bigger board, a bigger background board. Y'all don't need to see this because y'all just need to hear me talk and articulate. But again, this is what I've learned through being single for 67 years. Doesn't mean I wasn't dating. Doesn't mean I wasn't in a relationship. I learned. But I just have not found that one female that's just gonna, and I don't expect women to bend backwards for me neither. But you know when you find that one special one, you know it. But you should not act any different. And this is what happens is we become needy. When we fall in love, when we like somebody so fast, we become needy. And that's it. The lights are off. That's the end of the video. Let's go.